Fish on.
Nice, wild one. Green jig. So I finished my work at 5. I have 1 hour to fish, basically 1 hour to sunset. I only have 2 rods today. One is the twitching rod and the other one is the black rooster tail as usual. And we are back again on this tiny system. We'll see how it goes.
We will first try this green twitching jig and see if we can catch something. As I have mentioned in my previous videos that this is my first year targeting salmon, and this is probably the third or fourth time that I'm twitching jigs for salmon. But I did actually get a chum in the last outing, so I have some confidence on the jig. The water level is super low because we haven't received rain again in a long time. And the good thing is the weather is not really bad. It was -1 the other morning, but right now it's about 9 or 10 degrees. Fish on. I need to work on my recording skills because most of the time I don't have the camera on. And this time I had it on, but I switched it off as soon as I got the hit. I was also not prepared to land this fish because I was standing high on the ledge. And in the first place, I wasn't expecting to hook into anything.
Nice, wild one. Pretty big. On the green jig.
Even though I did not demonstrate the best fish handling skill, I did what I could to unhook the fish quickly and release it back in the water safely. I also avoid touching the fish that I do not plan on retaining. So what I do is I put it in net and release it safely rather than just tossing it from this 2 feet ledge. I make sure to check the leader after every fish because I have lost a good amount of lures in the past because of the leader getting weaker after a few fish. I started recording in third person view so that you guys can see my twitching motion. Well, I'm a total beginner at it, so if I'm doing anything wrong, do let me know. It might look that I'm twitching a little bit aggressively, but just to let you know that I have speed up the video a little bit. I didn't get any bites for about 15 minutes after the first fish, so I switched on to the black rooster tail, which has given me the most number of fish this year. I was also a bit more prepared for the second fish. I chose a landing spot where I could keep the fish in the water, and also I was recording in a third person view because I know I would mess up the recording again if I hooked into a fish. With no luck on the rooster tail, I switched back to the green jig. Fish on. with the way the fish was fighting, I knew I had hooked into something different. I was thinking it might be a chum because the way it was fighting, it was pulling really hard. And obviously, I did mess up with the GoPro recording.
Oh, Chinook. My first Chinook. First Chinook of my life. What a great day. That's my first Chinook ever. Okay, come on in. Okay, that's our first Chinook. Keep it in the water. First Chinook on the green jigs. I'll try to get a picture. Okay, so on this green jig, so that's my first Chinook ever. That's the first one of my life. So looking like a pretty good day. We're gonna give it a safe release over here. So massive. That's the fish. I'm gonna put it back in the water. So 2 hours of fishing and I'm hooking into fishes. That's really good. Okay, off she goes. Nice and strong.
It was almost about 5:45 now, and the only other person who was at the river, even he was leaving, so I decided to make a few more casts before I call it a day. The other guy wasn't even fishing, he was just taking a walk. It's really nice to have the entire river available just to yourself to fish. That's a fish. After some time, I realized that the hook on my jig had straightened out, and that was the reason I lost that last fish.
So it was a pretty good day for me. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to catch anything just because I left my work at 4:30 and I was at the river at 5, and the sunset is supposed to be at 5:50, so I only had like about 1 hour to fish. The only good thing was there was nobody on the river, so I could have fished anywhere, but I didn't walk any further. I just fished close to the car, just about 5 minutes walk. I didn't see any fish jump, so I wasn't sure if I was going to catch anything. So I tried the black rooster tail, which is my confidence lure, but I didn't catch anything on that. So I just gave the green jig a try, and I hooked a wild coho on it, unexpected. And the next one was a Chinook. So that was the first Chinook of my life. I wasn't expecting that, especially on the small system. I could have kept the Chinook because the regulations allow me to do so, but I didn't keep it just because I wasn't sure how good it was or how good the flesh would have been. It looked a little bit dark to me. I know that you can still harvest Chinook even when it's dark. Again, I didn't want it to waste that 10-pound fish, so I just released it. If you guys know if that fish was good enough and I could have harvested it and the flesh would have been nice, let me know in the comments. And stay tuned for more adventures.